Hello there, I've had a letter. It says, "Dear CarSpyTV, will you please explain how to use automatic transmission?" Well, I'd like to help you out, but I'm afraid I'm a little short of time today, so I can't. But P.S. I've enclosed a cheque for £25,000. You know what, I think I do have time. Welcome to CarSpyTV, where we discuss buying, driving, maintaining and selling cars because it's interesting. Okay, automatic transmission. Let's start by recapping the basics so we have absolute clarity. As the name suggests, its purpose is to automatically select whatever gear is most appropriate to the circumstances. This has several advantages. It makes driving easier. It makes it more relaxing. Furthermore, unlike with manual transmission, you can't accidentally stall the engine. Why? Because there's no manual clutch pedal to control with your left foot. Poor clutch control is one of the most common reasons people stall. Okay, let's consider how automatic transmission works using my car as an example. Have a look at this picture of my gear stick, which is between the front seats. As you can see, there are several letters down the right hand side. There's the letter P, there's an R, there's an N and there's a D. There's also another letter and some further symbols, but they don't matter for now. Now the gear stick in your car might look totally different to mine. It might not even be between the front seats. You might have a big column behind the steering wheel. You might alternatively just have a small, delicate indicator style one behind the steering wheel. For the purpose of this video, it doesn't particularly matter. If your car has automatic transmission, it likely works on the same broad principle as my car's, whatever your gear stick looks like. To work the automatic transmission, simply slide the lever between the letters depending what you want to do. P is park, R is reverse, N is neutral, meaning no gear is selected, and D is drive, meaning you want to drive forward. Now there is a little more to it than that, so let's consider a thrilling, real-life trip to the supermarket. I hate shopping. Okay, I've been given the shopping list. It says we need apples, pears and grapes because apparently we can't just live on chips. I disagree. Anyway, to get going, put your foot on the brake pedal and start the car. At this point, the gear stick is locked in position and can't move. So press and hold the release button, here's a picture, then slide it down to D for drive. You are now in first gear. Next, release the parking brake and take your foot off the brake pedal. The car now moves forward at 3 or 4 miles per hour without you touching the accelerator, and it automatically maintains that pace. It's called creep mode. When you want to stop, simply press the brake pedal. There is no need to touch the gear stick at any point. Oh, and by the way, creep mode also works in reverse gear. Clearly, 3 or 4 miles per hour is no use if we want to get to the supermarket. It will be shut by the time we arrive and I wouldn't get my chips. I wouldn't get my nice healthy grapes. More speed is required. Let's say we want to do 70 miles per hour. All you do is accelerate as appropriate. After a while, the transmission says, okay, it's time to move from first gear to second. It then goes to third, then fourth, then all the way to top gear, which in my car is sixth. This process is completely automated. You don't have to touch the gear stick at all, just leave it alone. Much the same applies when you want to slow down. Perhaps you want to slow from 70 miles per hour to 25. Well, you've got two choices. You either brake or lift off the accelerator. Either way, the gearbox recognises that the car is slowing down and automatically drops down the gears on your behalf. You don't have to touch the stick at all. Perhaps, for example, by the time you're doing 25 miles per hour, the gearbox has already selected third. There are other things to consider if you want to learn to use automatic transmission. Let's say you're driving along at 50 miles per hour in 6th gear, but you want to increase speed to 70 to overtake a lorry. If you press the accelerator pedal gently, the transmission concludes that there's no particular hurry. It might therefore stay in 6th gear or perhaps drop to 5th. In this scenario, your car can only accelerate at a modest pace relative to what it's capable of. However, if you press the accelerator pedal hard, the transmission says, hang on, this person is in a big hurry. It might therefore drop from 6th gear all the way down to 4th to help your car accelerate faster. Pressing the throttle hard tells the transmission that you want a sudden burst of speed rather than a gradual rise, then it knows to react accordingly. It's called kicking down. Ah, yeah. Oh, delicious. Typically, automatic transmission lets you retain some manual control if you want it. In other words, you can manually select some or perhaps all of your gears. But why bother? Well, for example, imagine you're going down a very steep hill. Forcing the transmission to stay in second gear limits the vehicle's speed and stops it racing away. Now, have another look at my gear stick. To select manual mode, slide it to the central position between the plus and minus symbols. To move up a gear, simply push the stick to the plus position, then release it. It now springs back to the central position. If, in contrast, you want to move down a gear, push the stick towards the minus position. Once again, it then springs back. Oh, and by the way, L on this car stands for low, which is an alternative way to keep it in the lowest gear. There's a particular question I get asked all the time. It is, how do I do a hill start with an automatic gearbox? Now, the concern behind this question is that your car might start to roll backwards just a little bit down the hill when you want to pull away into traffic. Clearly, that's bad news if there's someone behind you in close proximity. This is something to be aware of. It can happen, but luckily there are simple techniques that can stop you rolling in the wrong direction. Exactly what you do depends on the severity of the hill. If you're starting on a slight incline, the process is the same as starting on a flat. So, put your foot on the brake pedal, slide the stick down to D for drive, take off the parking brake and release the brake pedal. Your car will now slowly start to move forward. That is the creep mode we talked about earlier. Naturally, because it's climbing a hill, albeit a slight one, it might not accelerate quite as easily as it would on the flat. But here's the key point, it shouldn't roll back. Ow! Starting on a very steep hill is a different matter. Here, your car could roll backwards because creep mode alone isn't enough to overcome the pull of gravity. Luckily, there's an easy two-part solution. Part 1 is to simultaneously release the parking brake alongside the brake pedal. In other words, don't release the parking brake first. Part 2, as soon as your foot is off the brake pedal, put it immediately onto the accelerator and get going. I say get going. There are a few final points to consider if you want to learn to use automatic transmission. Have a look at the key. In my car and many others, you can't remove it from the ignition unless you first put the gearbox into park. You can pull as hard as you like, it just won't come out. On the plus side, that does mean you can't lose it. Furthermore, you might see the letter S on your gearbox. This likely stands for sport mode and it makes the car faster. As you accelerate, the transmission therefore waits a little longer before it moves up its gears. Why that makes the car faster is beyond the remit of this video, but at least you know what the S does. Okay, manual mode. As we said earlier, this enables you to select some or perhaps all of the gears manually if you feel so inclined. However, the transmission might refuse to engage some of your gears on safety grounds. Let's consider a couple of examples. Perhaps, for example, you're charging along at 70 miles an hour in top gear, but then you decide to manually put it into first gear. Clearly, that is dangerous. If you select first gear at 70 miles an hour, you could spin the wheels and end up in a ditch. On this basis, the gearbox is likely to say, no mate, I'm not doing it, and refuse to engage first gear. Alternatively, if you're driving along in a very low gear and you're accelerating hard and you're refusing to change up, at some point the gearbox is going to say, come on, this is unreasonable. The engine revolutions are through the roof, and it will change up irrespective of whether you tell it to. Now, these statements don't apply to every car, but they are widely true of most modern gearboxes. Finally, there might be another way you can manually select the gears. Have a look behind the steering wheel for some flappy paddles. If you find them, flick the left pedal once to move down a gear and the right pedal once to move up a gear. It's that simple. This is your opportunity to have your say via the comment section of this video. So let me know, what do you like best about automatic transmission and what don't you like? More important, how can I avoid getting roped into shopping? While you're commenting, don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing makes it easier to find future videos. Right, that's all for now. Nobody's looking, so I'm off to the fish and chip shop.